What up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. Could be talking about I like to call it the trickle down effect. The women who casually hook up with certain men, and then when these men don't take them seriously, they're going to land somewhere. I'm gonna do about a 3-minute clip from PG, just confirming it. I like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. We're doing it again. I like talking about the trickle down effect. Most men are getting the trickle down effect. Women who play, they view them as the long play. And again, this space wouldn't exist if this wasn't true. What our girls say?
How would you make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
Depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and
Boy, this is one of my favorite clips now, bro. I can just do so much with this, and we're doing it again. This is what's setting it up right here.
feel as though there's respect. It could be sooner than later, but if I feel as though this is somebody who is a long play, you can kind of gauge that. Like initially you're like, okay, you're just short term, or no, you actually have qualities that I could see bringing us into the future, then that person I might have wait a little bit longer.
Bro, she's saying it, not me, y'all. I just love piggybacking off this, man. And unfortunately, this is most women. Like Umar said. What Umar say?
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abused, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space.
What's that stat? 70% of married women got a guy in a bullpen. She has an orbiter. 70% have an orbiter. Lilith Mary, y'all. Hey, man, don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting. I'm just an observer.
You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And yet,
guys be like, go ahead with your new man. Who said he was new? Who said he was new?
Laughing, bro. She laughing about it, bro. Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is. Y'all better, cover your six out there, y'all.
ego took a hit. He said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
If you and him are on the same page and the vibe is there, and he's like, yo, let's go up to the room, you'd be down. But if he's giving you more a nice guy vibe, you're more eager to stretch it out.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So why go after the bad boys after this long?
I think that there's almost a certain level of security in knowing that it's not something that I have to invest myself in.
So the fact that he doesn't care gives you the freedom
to also not care.
That's most women. Is it all? No, but it's more than not. It's more than not, especially in the community. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, bro. Hey, man, I'm just an observer, but I'm going to play a quick clip by PG, just confirming what I've been saying, the trickle-down effect. These women are going to land somewhere. That's why I keep telling you, just be yourself, because she knows. If she's been out there in the streets, getting all the sausages, she knows. She knows. Hello, I'm Mr. Gump. I know who you are, Mr. Gump. Move accordingly. Milk's been spilled, die's been cast. Not just a cute catchphrase, it's real.
The main reasons these types of women are meant to be alone is because they are simply too selfish to truly be a support system in a man's purpose. which is her true calling in nature. For the Black widow, men are a food and resource supply for her and for her offspring. Her key strength in relation to men is in alluring them with her femininity and sexuality. That's how she pulls you in. And usually a woman will wear a mask until she gets her food good and prepped for the kill. And the mask that she wears is the great relationship that you're having at the beginning of the relationship.
And what our girls say, the guys who are a long play, these are men who are the long game, play the long game. Every woman's capable of it. White women, Asian women, they excel at that, bro. The long game. They'll play the long game. Move accordingly.
I did a video a while back on my old channel, or the channel before that, I can't remember, but I talked about how it was a video that I said, don't chase the carrot. And the carrot in that video is the relationship that you have with a woman at the beginning.
This is why I wonder, because this is a pretty good little take right here. He's about to say right here, chasing the carrot, chasing that dopamine rush, chasing the beginning of relationships when things were great. And so many, let me let him finish up, no more.
That's a carrot. Because eventually her issues are going to come to the forefront and that mask is going to come off. And that's the real her.
Deception, the spirit of deception, the spirit of lies, deceit. It's an energy and it's going to rear its ugly head. This is why you can't be something you're not. Same with the dudes. You putting up front trying to be something you're not, it's going to rear its ugly head. That's just how these things work, bro. It's, the truth is going to come forth sooner or later.
But that doesn't, because of is the relationship that you have with a woman at the beginning. That's a carrot. Because eventually her issues are going to come to the forefront and that mask is going to come off. And that's the real her. But that doesn't happen until after she gets that man to a certain point.
Usually a couple of kids in deep. You got a mortgage. Now you invested. Now you're stuck. Then the mask comes off. Then the mask comes off.
When's the last time you felt sexually attracted to him?
Don't ask me that question.
When's the last time?
I don't want to answer that.
3 years and 9 months ago.
Damn!
Huh?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, you do.
But it's been a while.
What is sex again? Oh, yeah. I watched Pornhub the other day. When I first met Michelle, I'm like, hey, I'm at the office. She's like, cool, I'm naked in front of the mirror. What are you doing now? I'm like, in the car. And then it turns into like, I'm too tired, or I haven't brushed my teeth, or I just got home from the gym. I don't know, sex is a funny thing. You're with somebody for a long time, and it's like, meh.
That guy was a long play.
How would you make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
It depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and I feel as though there's respect, it could be sooner than later. But if I feel as though this is somebody who is a long play, like you can kind of gauge that. Like initially you're like, okay, you're just short term, or no, you actually have qualities that I could see bringing us into the future.
That's what that guy was. You have qualities I could see bringing us into the future. That woman wasn't a virgin when he got involved with her. Move accordingly. This is, and unfortunately, like I said again, unless you're one of these high school sweethearts, and we've already established it, that's not guaranteed to work. If she's been out there, got a preference, this is most women. You can't even say anything at this point. They can see you. They know. The mask comes off, like PG said right there. Move accordingly. And again, I'm speaking for somebody who's trying to look for somebody to build with, bro. If you're just trying to clap cheeks, I wouldn't put forth much effort to do that. Because again, it's established, if the physicality is there and the energy has to be there, it's on. It's on. But again, this isn't going to apply to you if you're a Deontay Wilder ass simp. And again, I got to keep harping on this because I try to get dudes to just think differently and not be listening to most dudes out here. If you want these poon hound basing your self-worth on clapping cheeks and getting laid, talking like this, we're doing it again.
Talking about you don't need nobody. We need each other just like water. Just like plants need water.
That dude said just like plants need water. Think about what he just said right there. We need you just like plants need water. Dudes, man, there are a lot of Deontay Wilder ass dudes out there. I told you, I could tell you a couple or three things about this. Talking with the way I talk my message about not having sex, dudes just project that Deontay Wilder shit onto me, bro. I know y'all get tired. I'm gonna keep looping it because I get new viewers. And yes, 44 ain't have sex yet. Oh my God, you must be bitter. Don't be projecting your Deontay Wilder bullshit onto me. You're just coping. You're just coping. There are so many men like this. This is why I talk like this. Why you think most dudes be going through this crap? Like he said at the beginning, alluring you with sex, alluring with their sexuality. And again, for me talking like that, this is incel, gay talk, and all this crap. Man, I told you, I can kick rocks, bro. What my boy say?
Go fuck yourself.
Yes, we kill that romantic crap over here, because I told you before, I'll say it again, bro.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
That's real, man.
We need each other. We need that affection, that physical touch, that affirmation from each other. We need that confirmation. That
need, bro. Need. No, you want that. You don't need that. You want that. And then we're throwing all dudes up under, man. This is what happens when you're like this. This is what I'm saying. This is why I keep saying. This is why I'm talking the way I'm talking, because you're going to be susceptible. He was susceptible. The woman he's talking to right now. Well, y'all see how that played out? Restraining order on that ninja because she wasn't there to begin with. Had the mask on. And now he see the real her. And again, for you guys talking about physicality, this is a 6'7". I told you this is another one. This is one of my top of them. Him and that 304 talking about looking for the long play. These are some good clips. 6'7", chiseled, boxer. Got the stereotypical Pookie look. Did that keep a woman loyal? Did that keep her from fouling a restraining order saying he was abusive? He was abusive. 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 Did that, all that need and all that shit and clapping cheeks, was that enough to keep her in line? And he got money on top of that? Huh? What you say, Sonny? Like my girl said, physical and the energy has to be there. It's spiritual as well as just physical. It's both.
That feeling of you love me and I love you, right, and I ain't loving you, you don't have the same equal amount of love. We need that energy, being on the same frequency with each other.
This is why I talk the way I talk, man. I'm gonna keep looping this, because again, dudes out here upset. I just want a woman. It hurts. Oh, it hurts so much. Bro, you're gonna get chewed up and spit out. I have to talk like this because again, dudes be thinking I'm thinking like them by not having sex. I'm like, bro. That's why some of y'all still be thinking I'm lying, because I don't think like that, man. I don't think like this. This is bad. That's not good, y'all. These Deontay Wilder ass ninjas out here, bro. I can't stand them.
But I wasn't talking about the need for each other. I was talking.
What did he say here at the end?
Break apart. But we need y'all. We need you, man. Come on, you're very important.
Y'all know how relationships
work, right?
You. Relationships work. Relationships work when it ends.
Do y'all hear this, Negro? Do y'all hear this, Negro? This is what I'm talking about. If you're like this, you're going to get F'd in the A. You're going to get F'd in the A. Chew you up and spit you out, man. These poon hound Negroes out here, man. This is why I talk the way I talk. And then again, you got so many guys be listening to y'all, hyping it up, and y'all just lambs to the slaughter out in this bitch, man.
Where the compromise starts, when you say, you know what?
Oh, what does she say? Hold on. What does she say? I'm going off a little tail. What does she say?
Y'all know how relationships work, right? Relationships work. Relationships work when it ends. Where the compromise starts when you say, you know what, babe? You right.
The relationship ends when the compromise starts and you say, you know what, you're right. That's the mentality of a lot of women. Is it all? No, but it's a lot. It's a lot. That's the mentality of a lot of women out there. Move accordingly. And she one of those IG thoughts that most y'all be following and lusting after too, bro. That's why I don't be on that crap. I don't be on social media. I don't be on that shit. I'm not under that witchcraft. Let me get back to PG. I went on I was supposed to go on it after the fact, but I got started early. Hold on.
Or until she just sort of gets a carrot. Because eventually her issues are going to come to the forefront and that mask is going to come off. And that's the real her. But that doesn't happen until after she gets that man to a certain point. Or until she just sort of gets that bored with him, right? And then the mask comes off because at that point she don't really want him anymore.
This is the trickle-down effect. This is what I'm talking about, the trickle-down effect. Plowed by the bad boys, plowed by the bad boys, if you will, put them in quotes. They're not going to take them seriously. Then they look for Mr. Long Play over here. Mr. Right Now. Mr. doesn't give her butterflies, but he's a good man. The trickle-down effect. This is what I'm talking about, the trickle-down effect. These women are going to land somewhere. Somebody's going to wipe them up. Just make sure it's not you. Putting offensive linemen in the freaking quarterback. Making a freaking defensive tackle your franchise quarterback that's going to take you to the Super Bowl. How's that going to work out for you? How's that going to work out?
But in most cases, the carrot plays out in this way. The relationship is A1 at first, and then one day she comes over to visit, to stay for the weekend like she always does. And when you open the door, it's actually somebody on the other side of that door. Looks like the same chick, but that's a different broad. And the broad that you are used to is gone forever. And most men don't know this. So this new broad, which is really the true broad that you never met before, because she was wearing a mask at first, and you got used to the mask. That woman is gone forever. And so her power in the relationship is getting the man to spend the rest of his tenure with her, right? Trying to win back someone that was never there in the first place.
Was never there in the first place. That's it from PG. I like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. Dudes are trying to go back to a freaking false representative. She wasn't there to begin with. All that was a lie. The hell that you're going through now, that's the real her, because she was never there. You were Mr. Long Play. She saw you coming a mile away. And again, the space wouldn't exist if so many, you guys see it before I say it again. I tried to make it work. I did this. I did that. I went to therapy. I did this. And she still left. Because you're trying to go back to something that wasn't there. And this is why I keep harping on you got to have rules, principles, and standards you're not going to waver from. It's going to cost my kids. It's going to cost your kids anyway. It's going to cost your kids when you sit up and try to make it work and try to get something back that wasn't there to begin with. It's going to mess with your kids even more so. Again, this isn't going to apply if you're a Deontay Wilder ass simp, bro.
Jesse's mess over good men. You sleep around, have fun, and breed with the bad boys. But they will mess over good men. It's because they see some sign of weakness. Your weakness is screaming out to them, and they're jumping in to take advantage.
They see some sign of weakness. Your weakness is screaming out to them. Again, some dudes, posting the space along and just lurking and stuff. I didn't realize how so many men cannot stand being by themselves. So many men cannot stand being by themselves, bro. they see some sign of weakness in you. What did our girl just say? We're going right back to it again.
You make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
Depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and I feel as though there's respect, it could be sooner than later. But if I feel as though this is somebody who is a long play, like you can kind of gauge that. Like initially you're like, okay,
you can kind of gauge that.
Some sign of weakness with men is because they see some sign of weakness. Your weakness is screaming out to them. And they're jumping in to take advantage.
You can kind of gauge that. They can tell if you are or not. And this is most women who are casually sleeping around. Move accordingly, bro. The trickle down effect. Because the guys they want aren't going to take them seriously. And then when they realize, okay, the clock is ticking, they're not taking me seriously, Mr. Long Play.
I know you pride yourself on being a good man, because that's how you were raised. But if you don't man up, these Jezzies are gonna smell you from a mile away. And you will be a victim of her wrath.
It is what it is, y'all. Hey man, I just like talking about it, man. The trickle down effect. Like hearing my points reaffirmed. It is what it is, bro.
You want to be in a happy relationship, there's only 4 things you need to do. 1, find a man who'll make you laugh. 2, find a man who's cultured and will explore this world with you. 3, find a guy who's intellectual and ambitious and will support your ambitions. 4, of course, find a guy who's honest, trustworthy, and respectful. But most importantly, more important than any of that, ladies, is that you make sure that these 4 guys don't know each other.
Oh man, bro. Hey, that's another Voltron for you, bro. It is what it is, man. Woe to the man that tries to satiate that. Woe to the man who tries to make that happy. Been a minute.
Ain't nothing I can say, nothing I can do.
Hey.
I feel so bad, yeah. I feel so blue. I got to make it right for anyone concerned.
Listen now.
If it's me, if it means it's me, what's getting burned?
Here we go. Here my breakdown come.
'Cause I could never make.
Hey. Here it go. Here it go.
So very hard to go.
But I tell you, Satan's a slick son of a bitch, man. That music, bro, that music, man, that music placates it. That music amplifies it, bro. And them songs be, some of them songs be jamming too. And you just singing along like a lamb to the slaughter, don't even realizing that shit is contributing to your romantic downfall, bro. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit, yo? My dude said, even if it's me, if it means that it's me, what's getting burned? Boy, I tell you, man. You know what that sounds like? Oh, yes. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't be that guy, man. Don't be a Deontay Wilder, y'all. Do things like you're happy. I'm in love. Happy wife, happy life. Don't be that guy. Don't be the court jester, y'all. Oh, don't be that guy, bro.
What, clown? Are you feeling angry, humiliated? Is that it?
Don't be a clown, man. Don't be the court jester, bro. Real talk, man. I just like talking about the trickle-down effect, man. We're going to loop it in some form or fashion, man. Don't be Mr. Long Play. She can tell. Don't underestimate the sex force. We don't live in this virtuous, everybody's trying to follow a good book. Nope. We live in Babylon, baby. If you're going to try to put somebody in the wife position, that's one of the most important things you're going to do in life. I don't take that lightly, man. And again, I speak for somebody who's trying to look for a wife, not trying to clap cheeks. Say before, I'll say it again. If you're trying to clap cheeks, I would not put forth that much effort. Because she likes you. If she likes you, she will let you fuck. If she likes you.
How would you make a guy wait before you give it up to him?
It depends on the guy. Depends on if I like him or if I'm physically attracted to him and the energy is there and I think it's mutual and I feel as though there's respect.
Physical and spiritual. The energy has to be there. It's a look, guys. It's a look. That's why I be laughing at people. Still be getting views in that video 40 and went on a date before. Why? Why would I pay for a date? Especially if I'm just trying to clap cheeks. Why? You don't have to. I had to realize that, bro. It's a look. It's a look. You don't have to say anything. If the energy's there and the physical attraction's there, you're in. It's a look. I said before, I'll say it again, man. You know, I attract them physically, but I'm not attracted to them spiritually. I attract them physically, but I am not attracted to them spiritually. It's a look, and they can tell. I said before, I said again, I had a Jezebel literally outside my door. I said this story before, I'm going to say it again. It's been a minute. Literally outside my door. I live alone. Easy could have took her to Pound Town. She was watching me, y'all. At the time, I was working out on a pretty fixed schedule. I was pretty much like clockwork. Every day I was going to work out. This how women be, they see you guys. You don't have to do anything. This woman saw me when I used to go work out because she's one of those noses, always walking around outside and stuff. She was like an apartment below me on the first floor, and she would see me going to go work out, and she'd be on the patio smoking. She had a cute face, but she didn't have no titties, no ass, skanky tats. Like, spirit was complete. The spirit just made me just go. That's how her spirit was. Just ugh. I could tell she's a little shit starter too. Very cunning, very cunning. So one day, I go to work out. Guess who's on the stairs? She was out there on the phone waiting, and she got up when I came outside. She got up and she was trying to make contact with me. She made contact with me, but again, physically attracted, spiritually, I'm not. Spiritually, I gave her my Pai Mei nod. I told you I'm a Pai Mei monk over here. I gave her my Pai Mei nod. I was just like, what's up? And again, I may or may not do that if I'm feeling generous. Most of the time, I'll just blow your ass off. I was feeling generous and gave her a Pai Mei nod. But yes, it's a look, guys. And if I was on that frequency, I would have took her to Pound Town easily. Nobody's here. It's just me. Nothing but space and opportunity. But I already knew she was trouble. And I've said this story before. I'm gonna say it again. One day I was out here chilling in my spot, minding my own business, enjoying my peace and quiet. I was just meditating, just sitting back, just reflecting, just thinking. Because I told you I like being alone with my own thoughts. And I heard her out there. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! I was pissed because I know she was doing this on purpose. I know she deliberately did this. I told you she's very cunning. I could smell it on her. Very cunning. Leave me alone! Leave me alone! And in hindsight, I shouldn't have did this because these simps nowadays be carrying a blicky. So I just threw caution to the wind. I said, fuck it. Because I knew what she was doing. And I was more so pissed at her because I knew she was doing that shit on purpose. Brought those simps around my doorstep to do that shit. And so I be making myself laugh. I be making myself laugh. So anyways, I go out there. Like, man, what the fuck, man? So it was two simps. One was kind of upstairs, and the other one was like down, like next to her, and they were going back and forth. And she turns around and like, he won't leave me alone. I be making myself laugh. I said, I don't give a fuck. And guys, when she looked, she was just like, I guess she thought, since she could send, I guess my righteousness in me, if you will, I guess she thought I was gonna be some kind of Captain Saberho. I was like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Take that shit across the street. beat her ass over there. So I don't give a fuck, man. Y'all take your asses on, man. He's like, yeah, man, he tripping and all that. And I shouldn't have did it because, like I said, some of these simps, they got the blicky on them. But, they, you know, first of all, if you're letting that manipulate you, what kind of dude are you? And they were two Gen Z looking dudes. I could have whooped both of them at the same time. But, you know, I shouldn't have did that because, like I said, some of these simps be carrying the blicky. But it is what it is, man. If you're a man that can be manipulated by that, you know, it is what it is. But I say all that to say this. It's a look. And if she likes you, she'll let you clap. It is what it is. But I want her to like me for me. And that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. It has to be a physical and a spiritual connection. And no words need to be spoken. Sorry, I went on a little ramble on that one. The whole gist of this is the trickle-down effect. And again, these simps are dealing with this woman who was more than likely, she was Latina, more than likely Richard Ramirez's cum dump, who didn't take her seriously. Now she just doing a Richard Ramirez to these two simps. I swear on my son. That's why she had a kid too. Oh, she had a kid. Ugh. The trickle-down effect, bro. Don't be a freaking clown. It is what it is, man. That's pretty much the gist of it. And again, we're gonna let some of the OGs tell you.
When a woman is interested in you, she will make it happen.
They see you guys, she will make it happen, like old girl. She came right over to my doorstep, waiting for me. She will make it happen. Said before, I said again, my old gig, sitting in front of me, give me the googly eyes. They will put themselves in positions for you to approach if she likes you. So I say, y'all can't tell me shit when it comes to this. Because again, I got Pookies and Chaz be following me. They all confirm what I be saying. I just don't be acting on it. You don't gotta do anything. Got dudes talking about, you ain't been on no date. You don't got to, you simp. That's where you long play simps out there. She trying to get a free meal out of. You gotta take her out on a date and listen to the Charlie Brown mumbo jumbo and shit. You don't gotta do that.
She gonna make it. When a woman is interested in you, she will make it happen. She gonna make it happen. She gonna fix it where y'all gonna run at each other all the time.
Right? He just said it. He just said it. They gonna fix it the way you run into each other? Yep. Yep. She gonna put herself in your peripheral. Yep, sure will.
She is? How she gonna do that?
Oh, she gonna fix it. Don't worry. Y'all know how to do that. Shit, is you crazy?
Y'all know how to do that.
I'm serious. Listen.
The woman gonna fix it up if she likes
When a woman don't like you, you can put money out there and money move all things. But now if she got a detrimental dislike for you, you can stack money up to all of them high state bill and she ain't going.
That ain't gonna work.
I was definitely in a situation where I guess you could say, like, I was kind of straight financially because he was taking care of me, but then I got to a point to where I didn't like him anymore. So then it's like, I really need to make my own money now because I don't want to deal with you anymore. Like, this relationship has ran its course, and I think a lot of the time women don't talk about that part of dealing with somebody who is, like, quote unquote taking care of you too, because sometimes you don't even really like that man for real no more. You really don't want to.
I love the internet, y'all. I freaking love the interwebs. I love Al Gore's internet. I love Al Gore's internet, y'all. They're telling you, what do you want from me? What do y'all want from me?
Why you calling me? I'm right.
They are telling you, guys, no amount of lobster champagne. If she was one way and then she switches it up, you were the long play. Punt her ass through the uprights. No amount of lobster champagne. Nothing you can say. Nothing you can do. I feel so bad. Yeah. Feel so blue. 'Cause I could never make Mr. Longley's album. You and Happy.
Dealing with somebody who is, like, quote unquote taking care of you too, because sometimes you don't even really like that man for real no more. You really don't want to have to deal with him, but you're dealing with him because of what he's doing.
Right. And I think that was your motivation as well.
And that was my motivation to really, like, get on my shit with this show.
And again, even if you try to mold yourself to her, it still won't be enough.
Does anybody else feel like even though they have found pretty good partners in their lives, they still want to be alone. It's not that those people are not nice people or great people, but it's more so that they don't fulfill certain things that you need in order to really be your best self. I gotta be honest with y'all, in all transparency, I'm going through a breakup right now. My partner is currently, he's amazing. He's great. He's a great person, hardworking, loyal, generous, kind, funny, and all the great characteristics that you can think of that in a guy that you would want. But there are 2 to 3 things that he does not do for me that I really, really need. And he has improved a lot over the 3 years that we've been together.
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why? Why?
You hear what she said, though?
But there are 2 to 3 things that he does not do for me that I really, really need. And he has improved a lot over the 3 years that we've been together, but I've reached the point where instead of just asking for these things,
he has improved a lot over the few years we've been together, but it still wasn't enough. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. You can't be that guy if you're not that guy. Again, this all, y'all better listen to the mighty Reese Bobby.
Always remember, you ain't first, you're last.
Again, I ain't got nothing to say. Probably gonna do it again in some form or fashion. I just like I like when my talking points get reaffirmed. And dudes are trying to chase the falseness, the falsehood, the deception, the mask at the beginning of a relationship. That's not who she is. That one is causing those problems, want to get up out of there. That's who she is. You're trying to chase a freaking carrot. This is why you got to establish your own peace. Get your rules, principles, and standards. Just get out of pocket, leave. And some women will intentionally do things to want the guy to pull the trigger, because so she can save face. And be like, oh, he dumped me. Oh, he dumped me. No. Punt her ass through the uprights. That's my advice. But hey, man, what do I know? That's why I'm single, ain't got no goddamn kids and no drama. It is what it is. But hey, man.
Survey says one more for the good guys.
Hey, the milk has been spilled. The die has been cast. All you can do is move accordingly. Any of you dudes taking her seriously after the fact, think you're gonna get this romantic Deontay Wilder simp connection? You better! I am out, good peoples. Latest.